Hello, welcome back, fellow horror geeks and cityofgeek.com fans. We're the next day, 100 Days of Horror. I keep still looking at the screen instead of the camera, so I do apologize for anyone who's actually been watching these. All like one view, that's probably just me doing the editing. But hey, such is life. I like doing these anyway. If you're watching it, thank you. I know the audio and the video quality is a little bit off. I do have my microphone plugged in. Hopefully it's picking up on that. I won't know until I listen to it in a few minutes. But I'm still, as I put on the previous like 10 reviews or so, I'm struggling with my external hard drive, giving me some issues, so I am doing YouTube Live instead because I want to make sure I get some videos up because this is 100 Days of Horror. Today is the review for day 21, even though today is actually day 30 in real life. So I'm caught up with that. I'm actually a little ahead, but I'm really behind in these reviews and updating the site, so that's going to happen next. If you're like 100 Days of Horror, what the hell is that? I just followed the review for the movie that I searched, Hide and Seek, 2013. 100 Days of Horror, something we do at City of Geek along with a bunch of our friends, and we watch 100 horror films we haven't seen in the 100 days leading up to Halloween. Yes, there are plenty of horror films we haven't seen, even though we've seen so many. We wade through so much shit for you. Yeah, Kim has watched some weird shit. I've been pretty positive with what I've seen so far for the most part, besides Watcher in the Woods and, of course, The Cat in the Hat. Yes, it's horror. I don't care what you say. Anyway, so I'm putting up these video reviews once a day. Everyone else is posting on the Facebook group, and I'm taking that Facebook group and putting it onto cityofgeek.com. So if you want to join with us on that, go to the Facebook and add yourself to the group and start posting, and I'll get you posted onto the site. We always love to see what everyone else is working on. Anyways, also cityofgeek.com. So go over there and bookmark us for everything else that we're doing. We're a little behind on generally everything but 100 Days of Horror. That does take up a lot of time, but we are going to hopefully put up a little more stuff here soon, and our next podcast comes out on the 1st, so subscribe to the podcast on iTunes as well. We're talking about folk horror next time with the people from the lovely ladies of Don't Read the Latin, Jennifer and Rias Hall. Now, today we are talking about Day 21, which is 2013 Korean horror film known in the States as Hide and Seek. Written and directed by Young-Hoo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I do apologize if I didn't. This is a random pickup from the library. Every now and then when I'm at the library, which I use extensively, I'll just randomly find a horror movie I haven't seen and pull it out and just give it a watch. And I'm really glad I did that because I never heard of this movie going into it. The only other Hide and Seek I heard of was the Dakota Fanning Robert De Niro one for 2003 as a piece of shit, and I wondered if this had anything to do with it because I didn't even read I read the back and oh, this is horror. It's definitely a different thing, but it did. And I love this movie. It was really surprised to me. It's kind of popping it in and letting it go without having any expectations, and it wowed me with all its twists and its turns and its real intensity. I honestly didn't know where it was going to go, and I really appreciated the levels that it did. The violence that it went to, which violence is be all end all, but it wasn't holding back with that. It was continually surprising. And then you're probably wondering what was surprising me. I'm not going to get into all the spoilers and details. Hopefully this is enough to pique your interest to go check it out. But it's about a apartment complex where there's a man with a motorcycle helmet on who's watching other people in the complex, and he might be killing a couple people on there. That person who's doing this might be the brother of our main character, who's a richer character, because his apartment complex is a little more run down, more of the poor section of town. And the rich brother, so I can't remember why, but he decides to get in contact with the brother he hadn't talked to in a while. So he knows where he's living, so he goes to the complex to try and reconnect with him. And all the neighbors are like, oh, you know the guy who lives in an apartment, you need to stop his shit because he's watching us, if not doing other things. So some people have vanished, bad things have happened. So of course now the motorcycle person starts watching him more and is now ramped up. Now they know they're being watched and starts showing up in other locations, starts stalking the main character and his family. So there's all sorts of things going on there. With the main family is fantastic. The people who live there are great. I presume that they didn't read it's false to me. Of course, they're speaking Korean, so I don't speak. So how the annotations and if the rhyme readings were awful, they didn't feel it that way. But I did. I was wowed by this. I keep saying that a lot, but I was really engrossed in it. It's about an hour and 51 minutes and doesn't feel its length. That's not really too long a movie, but also doesn't feel too short. It's feel like about just the right amount. And I don't want to spoil anything that happens without going into to the details, but I was completely along on the ride of where everything went. The horror sequences were edge of my seat, and I was really engrossed with that. I wasn't taken out, and I never thought that. Okay, I know watching. I love watching foreign films, watching movies with subtitles. But often I'll turn them off a little bit, saying, "All right, I have other things I need to do," because I fully admit when I'm watching a movie, if it's not completely grabbing, I'll do other things. I'll be on the computer, or I'll edit something, or just playing a Ticket to Ride with my wife or something. In this case, I never looked away. Like, I started and that was it. I'm done. And so that's definitely something to note. So yeah, I love doing this random pickup from the library of this movie. Never haven't seen. There's apparently a Chinese remake. I'm not really gonna seek that out. If I see it, if I come across it, I'll rent it. It seems to be slightly different in plot based on what I literally just read on IMDb right before I started this review. But yeah, Hide and Seek, 2013 Korean film. Check it out. It's fantastic, with a really gripping plot, surprises, decent amount of death instruction as well, and in horror. So I'm gonna recommend it. I'm just giving it A-minus too. It's one of the favorite things I've seen so far for 100 Days of Horror, especially as something that I didn't know what to expect at all. But check that out, and like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you know I have other videos. Hopefully there'll be more stuff here soon on the site. 100 Days of Horror. Join us over there, and we'll see you next time. And subscribe to us on iTunes as well. Bye-bye.